Okay, camera's recording. Audacity's recording. Do I have my notepad? I do not. Alright. Hopefully, I got the lighting correct and everything, and hopefully these shadows and shit won't make too much of a difference, but I guess we'll find out now, won't we? What's going on, guys? You know where it's at, Desert Meerkat here. Apologize for the wait. It's been a while since my last video, last review, last Meerkat at the movie. Anything. I know this. Now, part of the wait is because I really haven't been watching a whole lot of theatrical releases lately. I've seen 2 movies since The Nun. When I saw that in theaters, I saw Night School, which was garbage, absolute hot garbage, and I didn't think it was worth even doing a review on that. And I also saw, I forget, but I have been watching Netflix and Amazon and all the other streaming services and been trying to watch some movies on there because, you know, you're bored at work or something, I don't know, and you want to know what's playing, you know, what's good. So what I have for you guys today is a recommendations. I have a list of some stuff that I think are really good movies, different genres somewhat. So I think there's like a little bit of something for everybody here, and let's talk about them. Alright, so first up on the list we have Meet the Patels. So Meet the Patels came out in 2014, I believe, and it's a real-life documentary style romantic comedy starring Ravi Patel and his sister Geeta, who both wrote and directed it. So it's made with real footage, like real actual footage of his life, kind of explaining his journey through the Indian traditions of arranged marriage and how growing up American he has trouble relating to that process, and how he's much more comfortable American, in the American sense, traditionally dating someone, getting to know them, and then marrying them, rather than speaking with them for 5 minutes and then we're getting married tomorrow kind of thing, you know? Anyway, so I first saw that actually earlier this year during my film class, and I was not expecting to like it as much as I did, and I thought it was really good. So if you guys are looking for a romantic comedy that's really sweet, really wholesome, but also teaches you kind of something else about a different culture, it's really interesting. I don't know if I'm selling it enough for you, but I would highly recommend that if you're interested. You can find it on YouTube for $2.99, renting, I'm assuming. It's on Netflix currently, so if you have Netflix, you're good. It's also on Amazon Prime Video for $3.99, renting HD, and it is not on Hulu. So if you have Hulu and nothing else, first off, why? Second, good luck, because you're not gonna find it there. Also, assuming I can do this right, the green screen should have the movie poster behind me and or the trailer. And if it has the trailer, I'll let you guys watch that. Hopefully I won't get copyrighted again, because that happened once before. Anywho, like I said, if I'm doing it right, I'm going to disappear, and then you're going to see the trailer.
How do we want to do this?
Just start at the beginning of the story.
Right. The story starts 2 years ago in LA. I had just broken up with Audrey, and I was miserable. We'd been together for 2 years, and I had never told Mom and Dad about her. In fact, they were freaking out because, you know, here I was, almost 30, never married, which in our culture is like
Code red.
Code red.
We are having great time with the family. Next time, we are going to come with the grandchildren.
Here's the thing. In Mom and Dad's eyes, I had no idea how to get a girlfriend. I don't know how they fell in love, but Mom and Dad are the happiest couple I've ever seen.
The way you guys married, would that work for me as well?
Yeah.
Not even a doubt. There's a matchmaking. This girl is good with that boy, but that boy is good with this girl. So all the girls and all the boys get married.
Dad sent me 20 pictures and resumes of matrimonial candidates, which is totally normal, right?
How are we going to set it up? It's not going to happen automatically.
I don't want you guys jumping and getting all these other people involved.
Looks good, so I'm going to forward this to Ravi, okay?
Within weeks, my biodata was in the hands of uncles, aunts, family, friends, and complete strangers.
Hey, I'm Ravi. Hey, I'm Ravi.
Hey, I'm Robbie. Oh, wait, we already met.
This is exhausting, isn't it?
I see progress.
No messages. Pretty impressive.
You're just having a date. I'm just filming.
That's just weird.
I love that I get to watch this.
Put that camera down right now.
I'm getting into practice of like pursuing women.
Are you good at this? Well, you're Indian. You're not going to be good.
My sister has 3 grandkids and we are happy family.
When our kids doesn't even care to get married.
What would be the downside of me marrying a white girl?
No, how can we tell it?
Right? Everybody needs that love, the kind that you find and you can't get enough. Wanna keep that buzz, cause it is what it is, but it isn't what it was.
Very shy. Talk to her, man. Take a little interest. Don't just look at her and say, oh, I don't like her. When you talk to her, she may not know why you are talking to her.
We'll support you, baby.
This is the most unnecessary pep speech I've ever gotten in my life.
I love this picture. This is the closest an Indian picture ever gets to kissing.
This should be considered obscene by some people.
Okay, next up on the list, what do we have? We have a movie called Obvious Child. I think it also came out in 2014. Also a romantic comedy, but much more traditional in that it's like a movie. It's not made with like documentary style footage, you know what I mean? I also saw this during my film class in the spring. And again, it's one of those movies where I thought, if I had seen the poster for it, and I'd like scrolled past it on my Netflix like queue, I probably wouldn't have watched it. I definitely wouldn't have watched it in theaters, but having watched it now, I'm glad that I have, because it's one of my favorite movies of this year. Granted, it came out like 3-4 years ago, but I just saw it for the first time in January or whatever it was, so it counts. Yeah, like I said, romantic comedy. It's got some drama elements to it. You can currently find it on YouTube for $2.99 as well. It's also on Netflix currently, and also on Amazon for $3.99. And again, no Hulu, because Hulu sucks. Once again, if I did this right, you're going to see the trailer playing behind me, and I'm going to go bye.
I was recently dumped up with. My very nice close friend, who's such a nice person, decided to sleep with my boyfriend. I would love to just murder-suicide them.
That was the worst.
It wasn't that bad.
Creative energy sometimes comes from the lowest point in your life.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm in kind of an emotional crisis right now.
I know you're going through some pain right now, but you're always going to be going through something.
I like your shirt.
This nice shirt's name is Max.
This lady's name is Donna.
Is this illegal?
You've never peed in public before? Oh! Did you just fart in my face?
No. Yeah, Are you laughing?
Oh, my boobs hurt really bad.
Maybe you're pregnant.
Oh my god. You didn't use a condom with pee farter?
I remember seeing a condom. I just don't know, like, exactly what it did.
Well, I'm accustomed to a smooth ride.
Maybe you want to tell him.
Why? You don't owe him anything. You don't even know this guy.
Maybe he just deserves to know that, like, I'm not a psycho.
Whoa!
This happened, and I'm going to get an abortion.
Why deny the obvious child?
What's the matter, sweetie?
Mom, can I come in bed with you?
Talk to me.
And then remembering a roadside.
Hey, Max. Remember from before when we did sex to each other? I can't get your blouse off. I'm having your abortion. Do you want to share a dessert? Lead with that. Definitely lead with that. Perfect.
The crosses in the ballpark.
What is so great about you is that you are unapologetically yourself on that stage, and that's why people love you.
We had a lot of fun, had a lot of money.
He's like so Christian. He's like a Christmas tree.
So be the angel on top.
I'm not the angel on top. I'm the menorah on top of the tree that burns it down. Max, I have something I want to tell you.
There you go.
Did you just warm this butter up for me?
That's just what you do.
Okay, let's go down. Number 3 on my recommendation list. We've got a foreign film, and I don't know how to pronounce its original name, but it's on Netflix under the name They Call Me Jeeg. So I was bored at work one day, and it was super dead, and I was kind of just going through like what can I watch? What can I watch? Adding stuff to my watch list, adding stuff to watch later, or whatever it was. and I came across They Call Me Jeeg, and I saw that, and I looked into it because it seemed kind of interesting. IMDb says it's a drama / fantasy, but I also think there's some superhero origin elements to it, because it's about a guy who basically falls into like some chemicals, survives, ends up discovering he's got like superhuman abilities, so he's bulletproof, or he becomes bulletproof. He's got super strength, he's getting endurance, and he's just a nobody. He's a former criminal who is just doing one last job, and now he's stuck in this world between the infamous gangster and that family's like power struggle amongst themselves and within the city. It's interesting. It's not for everybody. I will say that. If you don't like subtitles, you're not gonna want to watch this, because it's originally Italian, so it's filmed completely in Italian. Everything is spoken in Italian. There are subtitles, and you know, sometimes they work, but sometimes things get lost in translation. I'm not sure if it was done on purpose or if this is the actual translation, but one of the goons' name is Sperm, and he's called Sperm multiple times throughout this movie. So they're not taking themselves too seriously, which is kind of nice, and there is some humor into it. So I thought it was really good. Like I said, it's one of those, if you're into it, you're into it. If you're not, I don't blame you. It took me like 2 or 3 attempts to really get past the first like 5 minutes or so, because it was a bit of a slow start, but it really kind of ramps up near the end of the first act and towards the second act a lot more. Recommended on the list. Let's see. Once again, you can find it on YouTube for $3.99. It's on Netflix, Amazon as well for $3.99. Is there Hulu? No, we've moved past that. And again, assuming, here's the trailer.
È buio. Quello doveva essere il mio destino. Invece no.
Tu conosci Jeeg robot d'acciaio?
Chi?
Ma che pure te c'ha la spadalata?
La spada chi?
Io voglio fare il botto. Voglio che la gente si pega a pecoroni quando mi incontra per salutarmi.
Famo 3 carichi così entriamo dentro al giro grosso.
Gigi.
Cicin.
Non sei amico di nessuno.
Ma basta!
Lo sapevo io. Te sei Roshi Shiva, ti puoi trasformare in un Jeeg.
Chi? Ci vorrebbe uno così, magari avercelo in batteria. Ma te lo immagini?
Ma te sei il supereroe, ma mica per una rubà. C'è un sacco di gente da salvare.
La verità io con sta gente.
È per questo che c'hai poteri.
Ma che è colpa mia se sto Superman si è messo a mezzo?
Io solo una cosa voglio sapere. Perché c'è sta forza?
Non lo so che mi è successo, però mi sento bene.
La musica di un agno, pipistrello. Sei cascato da un altro pianeta.
Vede me frega, pure parecchio.
Cioè, però amore mio, quando ti trasformi ti devi cambiare ste scarpe. C'è un supereroe che scarpe di camoscio non si è mai visto, dai. Hai mai visto te? Non si è mai visto.
Moving right along, we have a very low budget, very underrated, very unknown indie film. It came out in 2015 called Circle. Again, one of those situations where I see a movie that seems somewhat interesting and I give it a shot. And I either really love it or I really fucking hate it. I can say confidently with this one, it was really good. Really good. IMDb says it's a drama / sci-fi. There's some suspense stuff in it too. I'll give you the premise. So it's 50 people stuck in a room with a ball in the center of the room, and they're all in their own designated spots. This circle, right? So they wake up one by one and realize they're being killed off one at a time, And eventually they figure out only one person can survive this whole ordeal. So they have to figure out who amongst themselves is worthy of living. And it's crazy. There's like a married couple in there. There is a child who's like 8 years old. There is a police officer. There's a minister. There is an ex-con, or a current criminal actually. There's a pregnant lady. And out of all these people, who are you gonna save? Plus there's also yourself. You want to get home to see your family. So how do you decide that? If I didn't sell it, maybe the trailer will. Really good. Definitely recommend it. Once again, YouTube for way cheaper actually. For only $2, $1.99 to rent. It's on Netflix. Amazon for $2.99. Fuck Hulu.
Hello? Hello?
Stop. Don't move. They can see us.
What is this?
I don't know.
Where are we?
What do you think?
Everyone freeze!
Oh my God!
They can see if we move.
Stand still and we'll be fine.
Where's that coming from? Okay, now.
What the hell's going on? They're killing us.
No, it's not them. Are you guys seeing this? Look at your hands. When you move them, it changes the floor.
It's a vote. They're killing whoever gets the most votes.
It's us. We're choosing who dies.
Why would they do this? What is wrong with you people?
If this is a vote, I say they go first. One of them has to die.
I'm just trying to get this to stop.
You'd kill a kid to save your own life. It won't work. They thought of everything.
No, I won't do it. I will not do it.
What do you think happens when we get down to the last person left?
Alright, and to round things off today, we have one of my favorite movies of all time, Chronicle. Came out in 2012. It's a found footage drama thriller, and I'm realizing that I really like drama. I'm just now figuring that out. Who would have thought? Anyways, so it's about three friends who discover like a crashed meteorite in a cave in the forest one night, and soon after they start developing these telekinetic powers, and they're trying to figure out how to use them, why they got them, how they can use them for their own benefit or for amusement, for entertainment, and things get really crazy. It gets into a tale almost somewhat kind of, I can't talk. It almost becomes a morality tale a little bit once one of the three starts using his powers for less than innocent purposes, and it's really, really touching. I definitely would recommend giving it a shot. Fun fact, I'm actually writing a feature-length film right now. That's one of the big projects I've been working on, and it's somewhat based on along the same premise. Not the exact same story, not the same characters, not the same powers even, but a similar dynamic where friends, something happens to them, they try to figure out what went wrong, one of them goes down a darker path, and they have to figure out what to do with that. Anyways, little trivia, little extra thing that I sprinkle in there. Yeah, like I said, definitely would recommend checking it out if you got the time. And it's getting colder finally, so maybe that means more movies and blankets and Netflix and chilling. Who knows? I gave you some pretty good recommendations so far. Let's watch the trailer.
You're probably gonna want to get this on camera.
I don't want to do it. Dude, I don't want to do it.
Okay, are you ready?
Okay,
Come on,
you have
do
to
it.
Give me a countdown.
I will,
okay?
I promise. Ah!
Crap.
Are we rolling? I'm gonna get the gum. Pull it right out of his mouth.
Wait, why are you ready? I got this one. Sweet. She's just looking at it.
This is my theory, though, is that it's like a muscle.
Watch this. Dude! Holy crap!
That's why I think we're getting stronger, you know?
She thinks it's stolen. She thinks it's stolen.
Yes, it was the black guy this time.
Because we're working it out.
There's nothing stopping us.
Where are you going?
I'm sorry. That's just some redneck. What the hell is this guy's problem? Stop! Are you crazy? Why did you do that? What the hell is wrong with?
Was it an accident, Andrew? Andrew? I'm worried about Andrew. Listen to me. We can't screw around with this. It's too dangerous. Andrew, it's not a game. Andrew! Stop this right now!
Who's making that sound? Guys, what is that? All right, dude, we're going inside.
Steve, wait up.
Matt, look at this!
Holy.
And I think that'll do it. I actually had a much longer list. I had like 8 movies and like 3 or 4 TV shows and then a couple comedy specials that I wanted to recommend to you guys. But I figured I should segment these out into different videos. That way it's not bogged down with just a whole bunch of stuff that people might not be interested in. I know for myself, I'm not really a TV show guy. And that's just how it is. Some people don't like stand-up comedy, and that's totally okay. So I didn't want to bog this video down with a bunch of stuff that may or may not be good for certain people. This is more of like, hey, I'm bored. I need something to watch during Netflix and chill, or Netflix and sleep, or whatever the fuck it is. And so I've given you guys 5 different recommendations that I really enjoyed myself, and hopefully you guys will too. And if you've seen them, let me know if you plan on watching them. If you have seen them and you hated them, or if you thought I was right, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. I like to think that I can recommend movies pretty well. I did a good job with Circle. I know my friends watched that and they were like, whoa, hella good. So I feel like I've got a pretty good track record. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. I wanted to do something fairly simple, fairly quick. Oh, I did want to mention that initially I had scheduled to do a video once every other week or every 2 weeks. But with this semester coming down, midterms, and the multiple movie scripts and papers that I'm writing, it's gotten really hard to find the time and energy and even motivation in some cases to make videos. So if you like my content and have been wondering where's it at, I apologize. Semester's almost over, you know, we're almost there. We got Thanksgiving break coming up. Yeah, I'm gonna start, instead of doing one video every other week, I'm gonna try to do at least one video a month at the very least, because I think that's easy. That's reasonable. So I'm gonna have at least 2 to 3, hopefully 4 videos by the end of the year. I do want to do at least 2 more movie reviews, maybe another Meerkat the movie video, and then I'll probably do 1 or 2 more of these. Maybe 2 or 3 actually, depending on how difficult this is to edit down and whatnot. 2 or 3 more of these recommendation videos, because I've got a whole like list of stuff. I mean, pull this out. I've got a whole bunch of stuff to watch, so I will watch them and recommend them to you if they're good, or let you know if they suck. Anyways, that's all I have time for today. You know where it's at. Desert Meerkat here. Appreciate you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.